Where is our offense? That's 6 games in a row that we've scored 2 runs or less. That's a 1 and a 1/3 runs per game. It is the 26th time out of 57 we have scored 2 or less. I'm like a broken record, but every time it happens, the percentage goes up 1. That is now 45% of the time we have scored 2 runs or less. And all our offense came from Soto when we were down 5-0. It is Wednesday, May 27th, 2026. We are home in Flushing, New York, and CITI-FIELD. About to play the last game of a 3-game series with the Cincinnati Reds. I am the Mets head, talking all things New York Mets, with a preview of Game 58 versus the Reds. If you enjoy my content, I ask that you please like and subscribe to the Mets head on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Another issue with starting Peterson is that the other team's going to load up on right-hand hitters. And that's exactly what the Reds did. I think they only started 1 left-hand hitter, which is also going to work against them. Keep playing the guy where he's successful. He has shown he cannot start games. If you're going to start a game, make sure it's in his wheelhouse. Make sure the team he's playing against doesn't hit well against him. Myers was clearly the better option for today, but he was unavailable because Mendoza doesn't think ahead. Peterson had a lot of trouble. He started the game off yesterday walking the leadoff hitter. Struck out De La Cruz, then a caught stealing, then a single, a walk, and a double to Suarez to knock in 2. The Mets seem to have awoken the Kraken. Eugenio Suarez had no hits the 7 days prior to playing the Mets. Now he is 4 for 8 in the past 2 games. Then he gave up another single, and luckily Melendez threw out Suarez at home to end the inning. That inning would have been much worse without Torrens. He threw out that runner at second on the attempted stolen base. Not a good throw. Great tag by Semien to get him out. They challenged, and I thought there was no way the Mets would win it, but they did. Torrens has now thrown out 42% of the runners since 2024. He leads the league since 2024. The next guy is 34% thrown out. And then the throw by Melendez to get Suarez at home, because of the great tag by Torrens to get him out. Burns answered, striking out the side at the bottom of the first. Peterson then gave up a leadoff single in the top of the second, followed by a walk and a bunt by McLean. Perfect bunt that rolled just down the line. You wish it would go foul, but didn't. So he loaded the bases again. Then a line shot right back to Peterson for a 1-2-3 double play. At least Peterson can still field. He would then retire the side in order in the third, but right back into trouble at the fourth, having another leadoff runner, this time with a single. And 2 more singles after that made it 3-0. Then a heads-up play by Beatty on a ground out to third base where he tagged the runner out at third. Tried to double up the runner at first, but Young was unable to hold on to the ball. Jared Young was only played 23 games in the major leagues at first base. Dropped the throw, and I do believe that Vientos probably had a better shot at picking that up. They should just leave Vientos at first. They don't have any other better option at first. And they've shown multiple times that it hurts not to have a guy experienced at first base. Not that Vientos has a lot of experience, but he's got more than everybody else. And the inning wasn't over yet. De La Cruz doubled in 2 to make it 5-0. Peterson then retired the side in order again in the 5th. But in the 6th, he gave up a leadoff single. Then a double to Stevenson to make it 6-0. Peterson was then pulled from Manaea, burying us more for later games because now Manaea is not going to be good today. Looks like Tong, who has been unreliable and been unsuccessful in the majors and the minors, it's all up to him. I hear Brazoban's going to open, but you need a bulk pitcher for tomorrow. Unless you want to waste your entire bullpen without an off day this week. So that would be a bad idea. So I think Brazoban's going to start, but Tong's got to be the bulk guy. He's got to pitch lots of innings. Good way to sabotage your young pitcher. Nice job, Mendoza. Peterson ended up throwing 5 innings, giving up 6 runs on 11 hits, 3 walks, with 4 strikeouts. And Burns showed he was running out of a little bit of gas in the 6th. But facing good hitters, Bo got a single. And Soto with a 2-run homer to give us our 2 runs. Of course, we were already down by 6. He's definitely much better in non-pressure situations. Then Ewing got a single, and Burns was pulled for a left-hand pitcher. Burns ended up throwing 5 1/3, giving up 2 runs on 4 hits with 2 walks and 8 strikeouts, raising his ERA to 1.96 and improving his record to 7-1. We have a Cy Young candidate on our hands at this point. We had 5 hits in all. Torrens went 2 for 3. And Bo, Soto, and Ewing all had 1 hit each. They all went 1 for 4. Benj went 0 for 4 and is now batting 111 in that leadoff spot. It's time to slide him down the lineup. Move Ewing up and Benj down. Maybe not today since they're facing a lefty. I'd keep them both down in the lineup. Manaea ended up throwing 3 innings, gave up 1 run on 3 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. And then AJ Minter finished up with 1 inning, giving up 1 hit with 2 strikeouts. Mendoza's decision to use Myers on Monday is affecting our pitching for multiple games now. Because really, he should have started this game with his better numbers versus the Reds and leaving Peterson to piggyback if needed. So now that should have left Manaea and Tong for today. But now he's used Manaea last night. He really should have used Tong last night. He's a young, impressionable kid. He can't be put into situations he can't get out of. What if he gives up comes in tomorrow, gives up 5 runs in the first inning. Who's going to be there to back him up? Nobody. He's pitched poorly in AAA and in the major leagues. His ERA was over 7 last year. His ERA in AAA was over 5. Now let's kill his confidence by throwing them through the wolves. So now, after losing 5 games in a row, we are 22-33. 11 games under 500. Were we 11 games under 500 before? I don't even know. We're last place in the NL East. Nothing new. 15 games behind Atlanta, who have the best record in the league. Somehow we're still tied with the 4th worst record in the league. Still tied with the Royals and the Giants. So we're not the other ones playing badly. Cincinnati is now 4 games over 500. They're 29-25. Moved up to 3rd place in the NL Central. Still 4 games out of 1st behind the Brewers. And they now have the 10th best record in the major leagues. The Mets starting pitcher was not announced last night. I think the most strategic thing to do would be to start for the first time this year 34-year-old left-hand pitcher Sean Manaea from Indiana, who is 6'5", 245 pounds. I thought he pitched well in his last appearance when he pitched 3 2/3 and gave up 1 run on 4 hits, no walks, with 3 strikeouts. Now, hear me out. The reason why I think it would be the best move is, one, I don't trust Jonah Tong, who I think should be ready to pitch today at some point. The current Reds roster is batting 164 against him with a 615 OPS. Dane Myers and Friedel hit him the most. And Ellie De La Cruz is batting 286 with a home run, but most of their hitters are batting under 200 against him. Jonah Tong, against the current Reds roster, has a 222 average against him, but a 1,300 OPS. Mostly due to Matt McLain and Sal Stewart both having home runs against him. So, in my opinion, I think it's time for Manaea to get a start. On the mound for the Reds is 26-year-old left-hand pitcher Andrew Abbott from Lynchburg, Virginia. That's where my friend Jerry is from, a member of the Traveling Dingleberries. He is 6 feet tall, 192 pounds. Abbott was selected in the 2nd round by Cincinnati in the 2021 draft. Not too many notables in that year's draft. We did draft Kumar Rocker, 10th overall, but he did not sign with us and instead was drafted by Texas the year after. Matt McLain was picked 17th overall on the opposing side. Jackson Merrill was selected 27th by San Diego. This is his 4th year in the league. Up until this year, he had pitched in 75 games. It was 28-23 with a 3.42 ERA. 383 strikeouts in 413 innings with 139 walks. Last year, Abbott pitched in 29 games. He was 10-7 with a 2.87 ERA, 149 strikeouts and 166 innings with 43 walks. This year, he's pitched in 11 games. He is 4-2 with a 3.97 ERA. He has 38 strikeouts in 56 innings with 26 walks. The current roster of Mets are batting .364 against him with an .885 OPS. Beatty is 2 for 6, batting .333. Soto is 5 for 11, batting .455. Torrens is 1 for 3, batting .333. Vientos 4 for 8, batting .500. With a home run. That's our opportunity to win the last game. My ideal lineup would lead off Bichette and then Soto batting second. 5 for 11 with a walk and a double versus Abbott. Vientos third, 4 for 8 with a homer against Abbott. I bet Bench fourth, Semien fifth, Beatty sixth. He is 2 for 6 against Abbott. Then I bet Bruhan seventh. I'd like to bet Torrens eighth. And then I think I bet Ewing ninth. I think this is the day we break the streak of only scoring 2 runs. Let's go, Mets go. Let's take this last game and end this losing streak. Until next time, I'm one gone.